I am John the Liquidator. This is the Liquidator Report. Happy New Year to everybody. And we got some update coming out of the ESPN network pipeline that is in regards to the New Year's Eve stunt that was seen around the world when they showed two males kissing live on ESPN. Now, one person that has caught wind of from this whole situation is Scott Van Pelt. So Scott Van Pelt was doing his normal segment when they shifted the camera view to a situation that many people, might feel a certain type of way about. Now, I ain't finna go into details about all of that, but we have to talk about this story because there's reports coming out that Scott Van Pelt did not feel a certain type of way about the act that had happened. So, Outkick first reported this. They stated Scott Van Pelt visibly stunned as Blank Kiss rocks ESPN. Now, it goes on to say there aren't a ton of redeemable people left at ESPN, and by that I mean there might be one or two. Scott Van Pelt, Kirk Covers, and Dan Orlovsky. That's pretty much it. Now, this is their opinions upon the act on the matter. Now, this is the situation that happened. Let's watch.
Yeah, live makeouts on SportsCenter. Get into it. Oh, what do we got? We got love in the air.
Oh, wow, bro.
Tony and Mike on kazoos. Who's having a good time? Happy New Year, everybody.
So Scott Van Pelt kind of caught himself from saying, it was one of them type moments he had to remember. And that's how he's a great journalist and he's a great person for TV, because anybody else would have just crashed out over that whole situation. He kept his composure and he didn't lose it. Now, let's check out some of these comments up under the post before we move reading this other article that kind of goes a little bit more deeper to his reaction after the fact. Somebody said, dude just needed a second to process the vibe shift. Yeah, man. So I feel like he didn't want to lose his job, dog. Like, that's what it boiled down to. Somebody said, aren't we all sick of it? We don't care what adults do, but sick of the pushing. A generational save by SVP. I think he was hype. He was definitely hype about the situation. Somebody said he's going to get a call from HR and the LGBT. He didn't do nothing. He caught himself. Somebody said bro recovered that instantly. He definitely recovered that. Somebody said most people would respond this way, which is why gay marriage must be repelled. People have never been comfortable with it, especially to men. We must choose gays. Don't push the world forward. Somebody else said the recovery was far from smooth. No, that recovery was on the money. I bet you Scott Van Pelt will be back on ESPN, bro, because of that recovery. Because had he slipped up in any shape, form, or fashion, I believe that might have been the end of Scott Van Pelt on ESPN. So this right here goes on to say, no, ESPN's Scott Van Pelt was not disgusted by two men kissing on New Year's Eve. The ESPN Sports Center host seemed caught off guard by a video of two men kissing, but it's a stretch to say he was repulsed. So, hold on. Is this another clip of it?
Yeah, live makeouts on SportsCenter.
Somebody say A+ job by Scott.
Oh, what do we got? We got love in the air and makeouts. Tony and Mike on kazoos. Who's having a good time? Happy New Year, everybody.
So for people to sit up here and say he didn't recover is crazy, bro. He definitely recovered. This article goes on to say people are going to see what they want to see when it comes to the culture fights. And that was a display New Year's Eve when the ball dropped in Times Square. TV captured people getting their kisses of the new year, except one kiss had two men kissing, and that caused a tizzy among the terminally online. The biggest came when ESPN anchor Scott Van Pelt in real time to images of guys and girls smooching, and as the clock struck midnight, followed by a close-up of two dudes kissing, getting it on. It's the clip we just seen. Goes on to say, my thoughts were echoed by an LGBTQ media member who texted me. I don't think Van Pelt was repulsed here, just caught off guard. No one knows what was in Van Pelt's mind as he watched the kissing, but it's a stretch to say he was disgusted. He's never been overly political in his on air persona, and that people saying he was offended or projecting their feelings. At the same time, some promoted right wing X accounts were obsessed with the two men kissing, including the account In Wokeness, which has 3.9 million followers. So is this theirs? Hold on, I want to see this. I want to see this In Wokeness. I think this theirs. So this one says it's heartwarming to see that while everyone else is spending New Year's with family and friends, In Wokeness was screen recording gay people kissing. I don't know, man. I never been one to kind of go in on that whole like area there, but it is crazy. Hold on. Sausage Tales. That's just another story. It is crazy that people think that he's going to get reprimanded or be in some type of trouble for this. I think Scott Van Pelt did an awesome job of recovering from what looked to had been a bad situation on TV. I believe he saved his job and he kept the show going. And he said, Happy New Year to everybody. And I believe we'll see him back on ESPN. I want to know y'all thoughts down in the comments section right now. Keep them bells on. I will be back with some more content. And definitely let me know y'all thoughts about this. And definitely let me know if you guys think this. Do you guys feel like he's going to be in trouble some way, shape, form, or fashion by his reaction from that ball drop situation? Because I'll be definitely interested to know. Like I stated, I don't believe he's going to be in any type of trouble. And like always, man, until next time, I am John the Liquidator. This has been another episode of the Liquidator Report. Peace out.